Guaranteed bite. Get a jelly donut and a hot cup of coffee. You'll get a great bite.
Oh, I see it down there.
So we were looking for on my pole. Hey, welcome back to Bearded and Balding. We are headed to Soda Lake. It is November 10th, 2022, and I was recently on vacation, so we didn't get over here to fish soda in the same time we did last year. The weather's different this year, so we're headed to soda to see if we can't get into some of those perch and crappie, and try to share a little more information with you guys and let you know what we're using and how deep we're fishing and all that. So looking forward to it, and see you on the water. So here we are, we're at Soda Lake. Tommy caught a bluegill. I just caught a crappie. We're in about 30 feet of water, I think. We're using our ice fishing poles, and we got 5mm tungsten glows down on about 6 inches from the bottom. And here's a fish right here. Let's see what we got. Got a crappie. Not very big one. Beautiful though. It's so fun to catch these late summer crappie. Now that one was about 2 feet off the bottom. Our trolling or our fish finder battery's dead, so we're not being able to use it. We had to take the trolling battery out, put it in the boat to get it fired up to get out here. So it was 17 degrees last night, and even though we charged the battery in the boat, it might have went dead because of the cold. So I'll be replacing that. But yeah, I'm hitting the bottom, jigging it about 4 or 5 times, just a constant bump, 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 and then holding it still and missing them. So it's exactly the same as it was last year. They like that little bit of action. Now last year we couldn't catch them really unless we had a worm on, but I've caught 2 fish already, no bait. Tommy's got bait on. Missed another one. So we're trying to figure out where to put this GoPro and get good footage. We only brought one GoPro, and it keeps tipping over. We need to get a more industrial stand for the boat. Every time someone jerks or tries to set the hook, the camera tries to go over. But yeah, I was saying I'm using a 5mm tungsten glow shad, and I haven't put any bait on because we haven't had time. I don't want to stop fishing to get bait on, but Tommy's got bait on. He just got his fishing pole in his hand, so we'll see how that goes. Now he has bait on his tungsten, and he caught a bluegill. So maybe by having bait on or a mealworm, you might pick up a bluegill or maybe a perch. Oh, but I'm going for those crappies. Oh, get one, Tommy?
Yeah, I got one.
Tommy's got one.
Another bluegill.
Another bluegill.
Super tiny.
This one bit so light, it's probably a crappie. Yeah. Little tiny crappie. So what we're thinking is we're gonna have to anchor the boat up because there's a slight breeze out here and it's kind of blowing us all around. So we might get anchored up and then get the video going. I think I just missed a big crappie. We was gonna go get anchored up and then it seemed like the bite was on, and then every time we turn the camera on we don't really get any bites. But there's a cliff. Off of this cliff there's another cliff, so there's an island in the middle of the lake between the north boat launch and the south boat launch. We're on the south side of that island, so the boat launch is directly in front of me, and there's a secondary cliff off the main cliff. It drops down another 10 feet or so, and those crappie are just stacked off that secondary drop. And every time the wind hits the boat and moves us just 4 or 5 feet, then we're either on top of it or we drift away a little bit too deep. And they're down there biting it right now. But it's such a light bite. I have a spring bobber tip for ice fishing on my pole, and they're just barely tapping it. And most of the bites are lifting my tungsten, and that's usually lets me know that I'm fishing under them. They come down and they pick it up, which the bite is on the upward. So if you, in the summertime, I would come up a little bit, make them come out of the school and bite towards the bottom. But here it doesn't work because they're right on the bottom. See, I was up about, well, now I fell off that cliff. See, I dropped 6 feet. As soon as I dropped off that cliff and hit the bottom, came up 6 inches, missed me a crappie. So if this lake freezes good enough this year, last year we had great ice everywhere we went. We came here 2 or 3 times looking at the ice, and the lake was dropping, and we never got good ice out here, especially not to walk this far. So to fish this in the wintertime, you'd have to park at the north boat launch, walk down the game trail, and come down off one of these beaches with your sled and shanty and everything. It would be quite a little walk. Got down off that second cliff, got another good bite, set the hook. Yeah, it's a crappie. We were just discussing how we could get the boat anchored, but they're not very big. This crappie's, I don't know, 5-6 inches. Last time we was here, we was catching nice ones. I think we were catching 12s.
Yeah.
So maybe move around a little bit, find another point. hard to hold the boat in one spot. If we put the 2 anchors out, we might be able to hold out here a little bit. I've just lost another one. And another one. And another one. Oh. So what happens is you finally get your stuff in the school, and then the boat moves. What do we got here? Another crappie. I'm using this little glow shad tungsten, and it's no bait, no nothing. I love those lures. Last year was the first year I ever owned a tungsten, and I kind of fell in love with them. I fished all my life with the skirted crappie jigs, and it was pretty hard to put that up and tie something on with no skirt, but it works well. I even fished with these off the dock over at Mardon Resort in the summertime and did really well. See, the problem with the boat moving is your jig moves with the boat. Sometimes it can be a good thing, but sometimes it can be a bad thing. They want that jig hanging straight down. Well, this is a little bigger crappie. It's probably 7 inches. I remember last year we was fishing here and we complained about how long it took to get to the bottom, but it was well worth it. And right now I'm experiencing that same thing. Got another fish on. Let's see what we got here. Look at that, a little baby walleye. About a 9-inch walleye. So I caught him, no bait, tungsten. It's a beautiful fish. Down there playing with those crappie. Just thinking about heading over and trying for some perch. Got that bite. I think we found some bigger crappie. Got like 3 bites and missed them all. Guess who shows up to ruin the party? The W. Oh. I don't know what this is. But it was down there where those bigger bites were, but this thing feels tiny. It's a crappie. I came up out of the school on that one. came off. Dang it. Oh. Way down there. So we moved down the bank and we're catching crappie. They're about the same size as they was up there, and you kind of got to feed it to them a little bit. That was so deep. This feels like a minnow. That's so tiny. Bluegill bait, Well, should we go see if the perch are over there?
Yeah, sure.
Caught our first perch over in the perch hole on a tungsten. Not a big one, but the good thing about it was I was able to save my little chunk of worm. It's about 33 feet deep. We moved on the north side of the island. It's right there. And we just put worm down and lifting it up 4 to 6 inches off the bottom, and I was just sitting there visiting and got a bite. We're seeing some trout or something swim through about 20 feet deep. They're really fast. I'm figuring they're trout. So we'll see what happens. But if we can't get a big old jumbo perch, something worthy taking home. And not getting made fun of by the wife.
There's some big marks down there, man.
There?
Yeah.
On the bottom?
Not on the bottom, but
Right, close.
just up off bottom. Remember they'd come in like schools.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're getting a bite, Dad, on your pole.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh. Now this feels pretty good. Well,
Oh, this is big.
this is
Whatever
a
this
big old
is.
jumbo perch right here. Can't hardly get him in there.
Oh.
Nice. Little 5mm tungsten.
Oh.
Get that in. That's a nice one.
Dad, I can't. You grab it.
What do you mean you can't? Look at those two perch. Tommy's a little bigger, but
Yeah, I'll get that ready.
you take him and I'll get this one. We don't have a whole lot of daylight left. Open that up.
Put water in it?
Yeah. Has it got water? Is it wet?
It is a little wet. in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, I put the thing in there just in case.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Not cross-threaded or nothing?
Nope.
So now we're just swinging back and forth on the anchor. And we're both sitting in the boat. It's kind of nice. It's cold. The 17 this morning. I think it was 26 when we left the house. Oh. Not a big one. That's okay. Gotta take the little guys with the big guys. Oh.
That looks like a big one.
Yeah, this is a nice one. Oh, look at that, Tommy.
What is it?
Crappie.
Crappie. Wow.
Got me a crappie. It's the biggest one we've caught so far. Caught that on a white crappie jigging. This is a big fish.
Oh, I see it down there.
It's a really big fish. Oh, look at that perch, Tommy.
Let me get the net.
Can you?
Oh,
This is what we were looking for. With my pole.
holy shit.
Jumbo perch. Look at that.
Here, let me get a close-up.
I'll get it. Look at that perch. I'm gonna measure it right now. Over 12 inches. It's over a 12-inch perch. Soda
Nice.
Lake Jumbo. Well, didn't catch a big old crappie, but we caught a big old perch. Those are those marks we're seeing down there. Man, I set the hook into that fish. I was like, what's this, a walleye or something? 4-pound line. Have my drag set. Real light. That's a big perch.
That's a nice perch.
A dozen of those would be a nice dinner. Down. Oh. Uh-oh, both poles. Oh. Oh, crappie.
Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Recording?
No.
Yeah.
Got me a, is it recording?
Yeah.
Got me a nice crappie. Let's see. It is 10 inches. 10-inch crappie for the live well. Thanks, Tommy. And he took my worm. It's just about that time we got to cut out. about 10 to 15 minutes left and we gotta go. Because the boat launch down here at the south end is all rocky and you gotta follow this trail kinda so you don't run over the rocks. Just remember it's under that cleat.
Yeah.
Alright, well here we are. Got the boat out, just starting to get dark. We had a pretty good day. We wasn't really prepared and one of our batteries were dead in the boat and we got a late start, so hopefully we can come out to Soda again and do some burbot and whitefish fishing. We talked today about bringing the heater and maybe putting the top on and then using those welding blankets from Harbor Freight because I don't have sides on my boat, and we could turn the lights on and stay late. I think the boat launches here close at dusk, I'm not sure, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video, and leave comments on the bottom if you want to know more about how we fish and how we try to find fish. My mouth is frozen right now, but anyways, it was a good time, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching my channel.